So over many contemplations, over many days of, well, cleaning about here and there and a little bit of this and that, I have now my room that looks like this. You will see the previous versions of it on this channel. You just have to scroll up and it's become like this. Yeah, well, there is still some work to do, but I still have it in a, well, livable. It's a different format this season. Well, okay, I'm making this more to look like office come home come, like a little representation of how is my room and who is in my room today. After several contemplations, I still got to work on that one, you see. So I got to change the top of it, and then I have, you should have seen this a little while back, like, well, and then my kitchen is looking nicer. You see, right? It's still good material, but you should have seen this, the previous version. Oh, I didn't take a video of that. Yeah. So this counter needs work, but I worked on this one today. You can see the tabletop, it was covered with dust. But this is who's in my room, or in this part of my room. And work in progress. The floor needed scrubbing. It had nice designs. You can see that corner there. That's still talking about how it was. But after several seasons of contemplating, sitting around and working in different levels of development, I have my kitchen looking like this and my room looking like this. Yeah, work in progress, but it's my room. And who's in my room are people who came about over many, many movements. Yeah, we also have spiders who form webs. We still have work to do, but they're all part of my room. Yeah, I have different kinds of people, and ants are particularly teaching me, yeah, an ascetic way of living, because they are like at work all the time. They're crawling up my walls, like there. They're crawling up there, here, and giving me, reminding me that I should be up on my feet. Yeah, waking me up in the morning. So, I different levels of improving my content. So, well, did the ants have me start cleaning my house? I just thought, no, who's in my room? Am I living in my room? Am I living in my house? I have my life, been taking care of many things. And then I have this room, and the room is also a metaphor for your own body, your own life, the health, wealth, wisdom of your own, well, life. As well, okay, a body is at least formed from, we have four sides: front, back, left and right sides, top of the head for a roof, and floor of our feet. Yeah, the bottom of our feet for a floor. And the life we experience is also from how we live, how is the experience of living inside our room of a body and outside. Yeah. So having said that, I have been taking care of my body in through movementless yoga and all of that. And then now I'm in a different stage of development. Now I'm paying attention to my room that where I've been doing all the research and many kinds of things. And there have been many seasons. I haven't taken a video of all of them, but I've shared some photographs to some people for the experience of a space. The space in which you live is also a representation given by who's in your room or what's in your room, where if you consider every object to be a person, your relationship with the people, even if they are things, they all have a shelf life, yeah? And their shelf life increases the more you're taking care of them. So I've been taking care of many, many, many things over time. For example, that box there, that box, I got my kettle in it, yeah? And now that holds the weaves. So there is a, I can't see a sweater, it's more a pullover that I'm weaving. And I keep it in that while I'm yet to, weave the crochet, the sleeves of it. But that box is holding that. So every item in this room has a story. And well, there's a little peek into my world, my room, and history and herstory moves forward for the better. It's like, you have the idea of the Egyptian pharaoh, and they it's like kind of like a tiny room. It's like a tomb, yeah, where for their um, the idea of the tomb, Egyptian tomb, is they're mummified there, yeah, for their afterlife. So I have been improving the content on my room over time. So now it's looking so much alive. There have been many, many seasons where many objects move through different phases. And so I have a story. The story is what comes into the room is the income, and what goes out of the room is the outcome. Yeah. And according to the quality of what's the outcome, which is also what's going around, is also the quality by which there is an income. Yeah, what's coming into my life, into my room. Yeah. So I paying attention to an organic way of living. I'm noticing what is going out of my house and how much organic can I make it. So I have cartons, for example. I kept this so that it can all kind of accumulate over time, so that I can dispose it to these recycling people who would take cartons. So they're not just lying around waiting for some time when they can decompose, but they're going to places where they can be recycled. Of course, there's dust, but that's part of what needs to be moving. So there is this idea of the golden compass. The movie Golden Compass is talking about dust. So dust is also talking about a lot of things. Earth didn't form overnight. Yeah, it's also dust, particle accretion, that formed Earth over time. Similarly, the objects, small particles, big particles, objects, they formed over many, many seasons. So now they are looking like this. It's in this arrangement. It was in a different arrangement. At least this table was in a different arrangement in the morning. So now it is different. So, who's in your room? What kind of a life are you living? Yeah. So, what are you doing today with the 24 hours that's available to you? And how is the story of your life changing, moving? How are you moved by what you are doing? And how are you moving life by what you do, how you do, where you do? Yeah. So, food for thought. Pausing for now.